In Washington, rumors often outpace reality, especially in the high-stakes world of politics, where every move is scrutinized and speculation can spread like wildfire. The White House, as the nation's most iconic address, is no stranger to whispers and wild stories, especially when major changes are underway. In late 2025, social media platforms lit up with dramatic claims about a supposed catastrophic accident during the construction of President Trump's new ballroom. Some posts even insisted the entire project had been permanently shut down, fueling a frenzy of speculation and concern. But when you dig deeper, reviewing public records, official statements, and reports from major news outlets, there's no evidence to support these alarming rumors. No credible source has reported a disaster or a permanent closure of the project. The East Wing was indeed demolished, but this was a carefully planned phase of the renovation, not the result of any accident or mishap. Images of the demolition, along with the temporary suspension of White House tours, added to the confusion. For many, seeing the familiar grounds disrupted was unsettling, but these were expected and necessary steps in the process. The absence of the East Wing and changes to public access created fertile ground for misinformation to flourish, as people speculated about what was really happening behind the scenes. The truth is much simpler and less sensational. The ballroom project is not closed forever. Despite heated debates and public controversy, construction is moving forward, with workers on site and plans progressing. The demolition was scheduled, controversial, and part of President Trump's vision for a grand new event space that would reshape the White House for future generations. Understanding the facts, separating political drama from reality, helps us see the bigger picture and avoid being misled by viral rumors. The real story here is one of deliberate transformation, careful planning, and ongoing debate, not accidental ruin or secret disaster. In the end, the truth is often less dramatic, but far more important to understand. The White House is undergoing a deliberate, ambitious reconstruction, not a disaster. In October 2025, the historic East Wing was methodically demolished as the first step in a project announced months earlier. President Trump's plan replaced the East Wing with a massive, state-of-the-art ballroom. The East Wing, home to the First Lady's office and the public tour entrance, was a significant loss for preservationists. The administration frames the demolition as progress, calling the new ballroom the greatest addition since the Oval Office. Trump has long wanted a venue for large, lavish events, something the current state dining room can't accommodate. Critics see the project as extravagant, but the administration views it as modernization. The empty space is not failure, but a canvas for a controversial new chapter. The new ballroom's scale is truly unprecedented, spanning an astonishing 90,000 square feet. It's a project that redefines what's possible for presidential architecture. This isn't just a large room, it's a space that rivals the world's most famous event venues, both in size and ambition. The proposed ballroom would actually dwarf the White House residence and the West Wing, making them appear almost modest by comparison. The sheer footprint of this addition is hard to overstate. Designed to seat 350 guests, more than double the original plan, it's a clear reflection of Trump's appetite for spectacle and grandeur. This is a space built for massive state dinners, global summits, and events on a scale the White House has never seen before. Inside, the ballroom will be nothing short of opulent, echoing Trump's signature style with lavish details and a sense of over-the-top luxury that's unmistakable. Expect soaring ceilings, glittering chandeliers, polished marble floors, and luxury finishes at every turn, each element carefully chosen to impress and dazzle. This isn't just an expansion, it's a bold redefinition of what official hospitality at the White House can look like, signaling a new era for presidential entertaining and diplomacy. Yet critics warn that such a massive addition could overshadow the historic residence, disrupting the architectural harmony that has defined the White House for centuries. Supporters, on the other hand, argue that this is a necessary modernization, an upgrade that brings the White House into the 21st century and cements America's image as a global superpower. Detractors, however, see it as pure architectural hubris, a palace rather than a house, more about personal legacy than public service. The debate goes far beyond square footage. It's a conversation about presidential power, legacy, and the very identity of the nation's most iconic residence. In many ways, the ballroom scale is a physical embodiment of Trump's go big or go home philosophy, a statement piece that leaves no doubt about his vision for the presidency. Ultimately, its impact on the White House's character and on the nation's sense of tradition is at the very heart of the controversy, sparking passionate debate about what the future of this historic landmark should look like. The ballroom project's controversy deepened with the abrupt replacement of its original architect, James McCrary. McCrary, known for classical design, was removed after clashing with Trump over the ballroom's massive scale. He advocated for a smaller, more integrated design, but Trump insisted on grandeur. Shalom Baranis Associates, a firm experienced with large-scale projects, was brought in to realize Trump's vision. McCrary remains as a consultant, hoping to influence the final design. This change highlights the tension between historical preservation and personal ambition. The project's priorities have shifted towards size and spectacle over tradition. The architect's saga mirrors the broader debate over the ballroom's appropriateness and legacy. Funding for the ballroom is shrouded in secrecy. Trump claims it's privately funded, but watchdogs question the lack of transparency and potential conflicts of interest. In December 2025, public citizens sued the Department of the Interior and National Park Service for withholding documents about the project's contracts and funding. The lawsuit seeks to reveal who's really paying and whether donors have business before the government. Even if privately funded, the use of public land demands transparency. The National Capital Planning Commission must still review the project, but its power to halt it is unclear. Legal and regulatory battles ensure the ballroom's fate will be decided in more than just the court of public opinion. The funding controversy is as much about accountability as it is about money. The construction has disrupted one of the White House's most cherished traditions, public access. With the East Wing gone, holiday tours were suspended, then resumed in a shortened, altered form. Visitors were limited to the state floor. The ground floor was off limits, repurposed for displaced staff. The festive atmosphere was marred by the noise of heavy machinery, a constant reminder of the ongoing project. Many found the experience rushed and incomplete. The White House, the People's House, has temporarily lost much of its public-facing role. The project's disruption is a powerful symbol, prioritizing exclusivity over public heritage. The loss of access underscores the real-world impact of the ballroom's construction. The demolition and scale of the ballroom have sparked fierce backlash from conservationists, historians, and lawmakers. Critics call it an act of vanity that undermines 2 centuries of careful preservation. The project has become a political symbol, with opponents decrying it as monarchical and out of touch. In response, Senator Blumenthal introduced the No Palaces Act, requiring stricter oversight before demolishing historic federal buildings. The bill aims to prevent future presidents from bypassing preservation safeguards. While it won't stop the current project, it signals deep concern about unchecked executive power. The legislative fallout may reshape how America protects its most important landmarks. The ballroom's legacy will extend far beyond its walls. The White House ballroom saga is a case study in why facts matter, especially in an era when misinformation can spread faster than ever before. The story of this grand room is more than just a headline. It's a reflection of how rumors, speculation, and unchecked narratives can shape public perception, and even policy. Sensational rumors of disaster and secret motives quickly distracted from the real, controversial transformation underway. Social media and news outlets amplified these stories, making it harder for the public to separate fact from fiction. The facts are clear. The East Wing was demolished to make way for a massive 90,000 square foot ballroom, a project that fundamentally changed the White House's historic footprint and sparked intense debate. This decision led to a shakeup among architects, a high-profile lawsuit demanding transparency, and a national conversation about who gets to decide the fate of our most iconic buildings. The construction caused major disruptions to public access, with tourists turned away and barriers blocking the grounds for months, if not years. In response, lawmakers introduced new legislation aimed at protecting historic landmarks, ensuring that future changes would face greater scrutiny and public input. By focusing on facts instead of fiction, we open the door to real debate about governance, heritage, and the limits of presidential power. These are questions that deserve thoughtful discussion, not just viral outrage. Should a president have the authority to so radically alter a national landmark, or should there be checks and balances to protect our shared history? What level of transparency is owed to the public, even for projects funded by private donors? These are not just legal questions, but ethical ones that affect trust in government. The White House belongs to the American people. It stands as a symbol of democracy, unity, and our collective story. Its future reflects our values, our priorities, and the legacy we choose to leave for generations to come. By cutting through rumor and focusing on reality, we empower ourselves to hold leaders accountable and to participate in meaningful civic debate. Only with facts can we ensure accountability, informed debate, and decisions that truly serve the public interest. The story of the ballroom and the White House itself will ultimately be written by facts, not speculation. Our commitment to truth shapes the legacy of our nation's most important symbols.